to Australia and mastering SAP, why is Australia and New Zealand a focus for SAP Business Suite?
So obviously we can slice and dice our product portfolio in many, many ways. But at the highest level, we would have Cloud ERP. We have an entire suite of products for supply chain, for HR, for finance, and so forth. So if we take sort of our top 5, we can call it product lines. Australia and New Zealand, from versus all other countries in the world, is actually one of the early adopters of the Business Suite, because we have the largest population of customers that have more than 3 of those product lines fully implemented. So that gives these companies a big advantage, because now when they add Business Data Cloud on top, they can actually accelerate their AI journey. So my personal point of view, looking at the data and talking to a lot of the customers here in the region, is they have a really good starting point to actually move fast on their AI journey, but also to keep building and expanding the Business Suite. So I'm pretty excited about that, about what I'm seeing here in the market and the possibilities that we have.
So what's driving the push for SAP Business Suite right now?
I think the reason why come out with it now is all driven by the opportunity in AI. And I think what we are seeing across the board, and I came from a best-of-breed solution provider, is that the moment you want to do anything with AI, it's extremely important that you can offer a robust data capability, because ultimately AI only works if you bring good, high-quality data together. And obviously, where is the data coming from? It's coming from the source application where an end-to-end business process is being run. So we said, hey, as SAP, we offer the broadest set of applications in the market. Then obviously, on top of that, we have now announced and introduced our Business Data Cloud since February of this year. And we believe that those two together will help us to then deliver business AI to our customers. And we see that in 3 different ways. There is embedded AI in the application. So we have 250 or so use cases live, 400 by the end of the year. So we continue to develop AI that goes back into the core application where our customers run their end-to-end business processes. Then we have agentic. So we are now shipping our first agents that help organizations do a whole series of activities autonomously done by an agent. And then the third component is Joule, that I also showed in my presentation, is sort of your co-pilot, and also how we are reimagining UI UX. So we believe in the age of AI, it's important to bring that flywheel together, and that is what's the Business Suite actually in action.
So a lot of Business Suite examples show large enterprises, but Australia is dominated by small to medium businesses. Does SAP Business Suite make sense for the SME market?
I think it makes even more sense because they often don't have the time, resources, and investments possible to invest in all those different technologies outside a couple of core players. And especially for what we call corporate or mid-market, small, medium enterprises, we now have a Business Suite where we help them run their core ERP. On top of that, there is their ability to connect with customers, what we call customer experience. Then there is supply chain, there is HR, there is procurement, there is finance. There is sort of an end-to-end application portfolio that they can implement and run their business processes on. Then we help them turning all that data into a data set that we can help them then actually make AI a reality. So I would say it is a way for them to get to AI faster, to get to AI cheaper, and also to do that in a much more efficient way. Also, if you look at our customer base, we have 440,000 customers. So the vast majority of our customers is actually in the small, medium enterprise space. So still, because we serve, I think 84% of global commerce goes through an SAP system. So people always associate us with the largest enterprises in the world. And while we do support them, actually the vast majority of our business is in the SMB market. So I do think it's even more powerful for those businesses to actually be able to embark on their AI journey.
So for those contemplating the move, What's the best first step to get started with SAP Business Suite?
I think, especially in the small medium enterprise space, what we have done now, we have made it easier for organizations to embark on their journey, where we have created sort of a bundled set of products. So where you would say, okay, go to cloud ERP, and on top of that, you get your basic supply chain capabilities, finance capabilities, payroll capabilities, and things like that. So all together. So we are sort of bundling the business suite for smaller organizations to embark on that. That also means that we have thought through, okay, then how do we make sure that the implementation time is shorter, that they can get a lot of these capabilities out of the box and help them accelerate on their journey. So it's all about packaging, making it easier, and also make sure that there's no need for heavy customization. What we learned is not just offering those applications, data products, and AI. There's also people and a process component to that. So that's where we have invested in what we call our business transformation management offering, or our tool chain, that consists of Signavio. And Signavio is all about process optimization, process mining. So we would go to an organization and say, here's how you run your procurement to pay today. You're only 30% fit to standard. Here's all the issues that we have identified. If we want to then move to standard and industry best practice, here's how we would recommend you to do that. So on the process side, I think there's a lot of investments and a lot of focus on that to make sure that we adopt industry best practices and do not keep customizing and things like that. Then on the people side of the house, we've invested in a company, it's called WalkMe. So it's all about digital adoption. So see that as we have now, we have done the process diagnostic. We know what to do in terms of running procurement to pay going forward in the cloud, but how do we get the users to adopt that? And that's where WalkMe is helping. It would sort of sit on the desktop of a user and would say, click here, do this, what is the next best action to take? So it's all about, in a digital environment, helping companies to embark on their journey versus the need to rely on an army of consultants to train your workforce on how to use new technology. So Signavio is integrated, WalkMe is integrated. We have another capability as part of the tool chain that we call LeanIX. So LeanIX is all about, how do I manage and map all the applications and the integrations that I have to go from my as-is to a to-be state. So that sort of comes together in the tool chain, which is a very important component of our methodology to support our clients towards the entire business suite.
So why would, say, a services business abandon a best-of-breed approach and move to SAP Business Suite?
I think so. First and foremost, we have sort of industrialized our business suite. So we have a specific business suite offering for public services, for banking, for professional services, for retail, for manufacturing, for mining, for you name it. So I think that is very important, that given the industry depth and knowledge that we have, that we don't offer a generic business suite, but it's heavily industrialized. So I think that's number one. Number two is, I think the biggest issues that companies are now facing with the best of breed is that, one, it becomes very difficult to consume AI, let's say from 50 different application providers. The integration effort and the cloud compute costs make it almost impossible. It's number one. Number two, a lot of best of breed vendors do not necessarily have the R&D investments that we have to deliver high quality AI. And the third thing that we are saying is that the UI UX of enterprise software is changing completely. So today there will be a user that would log into an application and sort of click through a certain workflow. But what we are seeing now is that with Joule, that is changing completely. So now companies are rethinking the architecture stack and say, okay, if my UI UX is changing to Joule, and if I want to do AI at scale, why would I then still operate in very fragmented application landscape with 50 different applications? So we strongly believe that the application layer is being commoditized with AI, and the value is going to come from how well do you then get the data out of the different systems and bring that together, and then use that data to then deliver business AI that's impactful. So that's sort of how we are thinking about the transition. And we are now seeing a lot of companies that say, look, my best of breed was chosen in the past for feature here or feature there or slightly better user experience. that sort of differentiation of best of breed is what we believe something from the past, and we see our customers embracing that.